the story. Is it recording? Yeah. Alright. The story. Looking onto the prairie, you see one of several places where coal miners live during the strike. So, pretty much this way. Miners demanded better wages on an 8-hour workday, a safe workplace, less company control over their lives, and the right to organize. After the United States Mine Workers of America, UMWA, called the strike in September 1913, the coal companies evicted thousands of miners and their families from their homes to company towns. The UMWA leased the land, provided tents, and even issued a small allowance. Ludlow was the largest tent colony with about 200 tents and 1,200 people.
A culturally diverse group maintained during the strike. Local Hispanic people and European immigrants provided the majority of the labor force. People spoke at least 24 distinct languages. These different groups pulled together to form a community with a common goal. Violence of both sides plagued the strike. Governor Elise Amos called out the Colorado National Guard to help keep the peace. By April 1914, membership in the local militia units consisted mostly of company employees who sided against the miners. On April 20th, 1914, hostilities came to head, which resulted in the Ludlow massacre. Throughout the day, the militia and miners exchanged gunfire. Lives were lost on both sides. Under suspicious circumstances, the tent colony burned. 2 women and 11 children suffocated in a cellar dug beneath their tent, known as the death pit. The death pit and the monument serve as a memorial to those who lost their lives in the battle, while accounts differ, around 21 people dead.
The nation is shocked. The event of the Ludlow massacre outraged the nation and embarrassed John D. Rockefeller Jr., the majority owner of the Colorado Fuel and Iron Company, the largest coal company operating in the area. This event initiated many of the labor reinforcements that workers now take for granted. An appeasement, Rockefeller introduced a plan that established a company-sponsored union, instituted procedures to air grievances, and improved the living conditions in the company towns.
The Colorado Coalfield War Archaeological Project investigated and interrupted the Ludlow massacre site. Historic archaeologists used both evacuation and archival research to interpret the events, materials, and lifestyles of the Ludlow tent colony. This data informs the research and conclusions presented in the interpretive trial. This was the hole, the death pit, and we're going to go in the death pit where the 2 women and 11 children died. Go. Here's a breathing hole. I suppose that's what that's for. There's the monument. And here's the death pit. So just imagine that many people in this small area were or they suffocated and died. And that's the death pit and the Ludlow massacre.